Hello, dear. It is my esteemed pleasure to present to you with a splendid opportunity for luxurious riches with a net worth of $850 million USD. All you need to do is simply to listen to this beautiful podcast, and everything that you desire will be yours. In the event that you refuse, I have acquired private footage of you executing dirty activities upon your own person that I will share it with your entire contacts list unless you kindly transmit $17 billion USD to me in cryptocurrency. Many blessings and best wishes. Hello, dear.
All right, sweet. We're cooking.
That's
Hello,
good.
dear.
Hello, dear.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. I knew we would get into it eventually.
Yeah. I don't smoke weed anymore, so I don't have that much to say about it, but it is 420. It should be.
It is 420. I don't.
You've never smoked weed, or you have, but you're not.
Yeah, I'm not like a big.
You're not in the lifestyle.
I'm not a big practitioner. Although, in celebration of 420, the No Jumper crew is having an event, some sort of demonic event in Soho, and I might have to go and see if I can meet one of the No Jumper goons.
Yeah, dude, I like that. What do you think they're doing in Soho?
It's like a weed themed. It's like, I think they're selling a bunch of shit, probably.
Yeah.
No Jumper themed clothes.
Nice.
And then
Well, I invited you to a party after this. If you skip that and then go to the No Jumper 420 themed event, I'll be upset, but also I will understand.
I'll
have mixed feelings about it.
I'm just going to try to show Adam 22 my penis because he's a porn star, and I might try to get a job.
Dude, yeah, get on the pod with some gangbangers. And
I would love it. Actually, I don't know if I would love it. Have you ever? There's instances where there's like rappers and gang members, and they like Adam 20. They like know that Adam does porn. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I might be into getting into that. And Adam 22's like, well, let me see what's under the hood. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? And they like, he's always trying to get rappers and gang members to show him their dicks.
But that's good. That filters out the weak, because it's like, if you're trying to get into porn, what do you expect is going to happen?
Dude, I know.
They're going to let you do it in fucking like baggy jeans and and like, yeah, and like a jersey, like. You got to show the goods, man.
You do have to show off. I actually want to. I probably will, and I'll report back. But I think I'm going to subscribe to Adam 22's OnlyFans and just watch one of his pornos.
All right, yeah.
I'm just curious to see what it's like. I feel like it'll be upsetting, but
upsetting why? Because you know him as a public figure. Otherwise.
Yeah, he's like a Charlie Rose type for me.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if I want to enter the.
Dude, remember that website, Mr. Skin?
Yes.
Where
I've never. Wait, it was.
It was compiling instances of famous actresses being naked in movies.
Yes.
With like timestamps and stuff. It's just funny how irrelevant that site would be now. I mean, it's just
true.
Can you imagine?
That is a funny. Yeah, true. I wonder if there's still like an operation, if they still have
I mean,
folks.
what they should do, and I might go to prison for suggesting this, but what they should do is when AI gets good enough that they can manufacture pornography based on celebrities, they should just, but I guess that's illegal. And a crime.
It's illegal. You know, that's
to suggest.
That is pretty impressive. Like Taylor Swift is, I like where your head's at, by the way, but,
listen, you know, listen, I'm just looking to maximize profit for my shareholders here. So,
I mean, I can see why it's like, it's an interesting conversation to see like how it's illegal. It makes sense that Taylor Swift was the person who kind of kicked off the let's make this illegal, because she's like, it's like when you see like bootleg Nike stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Taylor Swift is
she's
Nike.
the Nike of celebrities.
Yeah, it's like she's a brand essentially. So it's like, this is bootleg porno.
That's so funny. It's funny that'd be funny if that was the grounds against which they were like, this is bad. Not like,
yeah, that'd be a crazy argument.
You have like compromised my personhood, but it's like, no, like this isn't the genuine article.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. If I want to if I want to fuck the Kansas City Chiefs on the 50-yard line, I'll do it myself.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, don't.
Dude, guys setting up tables like on like Broadway. They're like, bro, I got Rolex, I got Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
and Travis Kelce.
put on this Apple Vision Pro and take a look at the goods.
Well, actually, this brings us to our the next thing I wanted to briefly mention, which is it's Taylor Swift album release week.
True.
Tortured Poets Department.
It's true.
Getting a little bit dragged. So I've seen.
She is?
I think so. At least the album's getting, Paste.com music criticism website posted a negative review of the album.
Okay.
And didn't publish who the author was.
Whoa.
For fear of retaliation from Swifties.
That's bullshit.
That's weak?
Yeah, that's weak because I listened to a couple of the tracks and Taylor Swift is like talking shit on a couple of the songs. But
What was she talking shit about?
She's talking shit about so she dated, allegedly, I think this is true, she dated that dude Matty Healy from the 1975.
Yeah.
She mentions him, and then she mentions someone else, like by name, on the track.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, dude, if she can do it, it's like, I feel like this is... It's also interesting that this came out amidst like diss tracks of rap.
That's true. Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. They're
the reason they did that is because I think they published a negative review of some earlier album and they got death threats from Taylor Swift fans.
Oh,
so there was a pre-existing history that they were.
Yeah,
considering.
I mean, it makes sense because it's like it would probably make your life a living hell to say anything bad about Taylor Swift on the internet as like a published critic.
And there's a very anti-criticism wave, and I don't mean negative criticism, but I just mean literally like the art of criticism, of writing things intelligently about art. Like fans of stuff hate it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Like now it's become just like TikTokers being like, this movie was like crazy,
right?
But like the A.O. Scott, he stopped writing about movies. The New York Times critic, he just like doesn't write it. He doesn't.
Is it just because he's like the current landscape doesn't really
apparently,
foster...
which I think is weak, honestly. On his part,
it is because
it's
like
an interesting choice.
I've always. It's not that I've never like. I've read like a few music critics. I've never really read movie reviews or anything, but it's not because I don't necessarily like trust them. It's like, one, I don't really know where to go, and then also I'm just like, I might just wait to see it, and then I just always forget to like come back to the review.
I usually see a movie and then I read reviews to see what other people think about it.
Yeah, it's I guess I guess I've done that a little bit, like see what people think about it, particularly for like movies that are like, I feel like it's always for something by like Paul Thomas Anderson, where it's like,
there's a little bit of esoteric quality to it, that
just movies where there's like layers to unpack or like,
and sometimes critics just write beautifully, so it's cool to see beautiful writing on the subject of a movie that I liked.
That's actually
it's like
there's
there's an additional layer of artistic enjoyment that I get out of it.
That is pretty cool. That I never really think about that too much, but I think you're totally right that just criticism of a thing in general is like falling by the wayside. One, because people react where they're like,
yeah, they go insane.
Yeah, you're like you're a hater.
I know. Yeah,
is mostly the
right. Yeah. You're a pathetic failure, and you're just like lashing out at this like hot person that I like. And listen, critics are generally unattractive, weird people who like can't sing or whatever. But that doesn't make that's why they're good at what they do.
Yeah,
they have sublimated all the things that they can't express in art into analysis.
I think
I think that's worthwhile.
Yeah, and I think that's one. I would say that's like that's a description that I feel like if people heard that in terms of like critics, then they would be like, all right, that's cool. Just do it over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
You mean if they heard my
like
explanation, they might understand, they might be more sympathetic to criticism?
I think so. Or, yeah, because I just, like, you see, like, these publications, like, our critic for a thing.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like a lot of folks just automatically assume it's like, well, this person's just, like, they're very, like, negative or kind of, like, uptight. Like, you know, it's just they're snobs. Yeah. So, like, if it is somebody who has, like, a... wait, what was it? It was, like, some deep desire to, like, engage with movies or music or like food even.
Yeah, I think that's true. Now with food, interestingly enough, food critics, it's sort of like they're the artist and the critic all at once because they're just like the best eaters. There was that guy Jonathan something in LA.
I'm just kidding.
What?
Best eaters. Pause.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Jonathan Gold.
Jonathan Gold. Yeah, and then he was a rotund fellow. I remember, and I was just like, dude, like, there's no one better to go to a restaurant with than this guy.
Yes,
that guy's the LeBron of like eating like Mexican food.
Yeah, dude.
But then also writing about it, it's like yeah, he is the
that's a good
product
point.
and the critic all at once.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I actually liked that guy, and I feel like I once upon a time had read his like criticisms, but they also did like he became so famous as a critic that like, you know, I feel like this happens where places get reviewed and then they will put like a little thing up.
Oh, sure.
Like, but his was because he was a fat guy. I'm pretty sure it was a silhouette of him with his stomach.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which was like a cool.
And then also it's cool that he was in LA because he was driving around to eat. So like, there's no movement going on whatsoever.
He really did seem like
it was getting
like
in 15 steps a day.
Yeah, he does seem like a throwback, like like an old detective or something. And it doesn't. Totally. It wasn't. Maybe it is now, or I guess just being a food critic anyway is kind of like sexy now. But he didn't seem like there wasn't a sexiness to his work. It felt like work to him.
Yeah, and he was going to places in the valley and eating soup and just being like, yeah, it was pretty good.
And
R.I.P.
Oh, damn, R.I.P.
Yeah, he died, I think, a few years ago. I remember when he died, people really...
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, I'm not... Yeah, I didn't know enough about that. Gang related? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, R.I.P.
Fentanyl in the sushi.
But yeah, I mean, do you have like critics that you go to, or do you just like look?
Any kind of critic?
Yeah, I mean,
Wesley
I guess,
Morris.
Okay.
At the New York Times, he writes beautifully. He is a hater, and I'll see a movie and I'll be like, that was so moving, and God, what a crystalline work of art, and he'll just be like, it was like kind of stupid. And like, I kind of saw what he was doing like within 2 minutes, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. But it's good. It's like, because I mean, I think for him, he just watches so many movies that like he just has a sort of immediate architecture in his head that I watch a lot of movies, but I like there's a movie that just came out pretty recently called All of Us Strangers that has a twist at the end. That a lot of people are like, that was obvious from the first minute, and it was not obvious to me at all.
Okay.
It just completely caught me by surprise. And I was like, wow, beautiful.
Nice.
But that's, in general, I don't try to guess twists.
Yeah,
that's not how I watch movies. I just take them in.
Yeah.
And then I enjoy where the story's going. I'm not I'm not inferring things based on what's going on.
I know. I feel like a lot of like I feel like that's like a boomer activity. No disrespect to boomers, but like I feel like my dads and my uncles and stuff
Trying
always
to like guess where movies
they
are going.
love trying to figure out the twist.
That's interesting. I wouldn't limit it to boomers though. I feel like people,
think it's-
millennials do it. I think like
It might just be a thing that
it's, just,
people
it's
are
a
like,
personality type. It's like
yeah, it could just be like it's like yeah.
there's like a really logical way your brain works, and you
Mm-hmm.
like to kind of get the better of something. Maybe people that are good at math do it more. I have no idea, right? Like
True, yeah.
I don't know what you would correlate it with, but I have noticed that some people
Okay.
watch movies in that way,
Yeah.
or when there's like a TV show like Lost or some kind of, what they call mystery box thing where there's a lot of
Oh,
puzzles
yeah.
and a lot of things. People go on Reddit and they,
Mm-hmm.
go crazy figuring out where's this going. And I'm just like, why? They already wrote the show. Like, let's just watch what they did. And if it sucks, then we'll figure that out.
Well, yeah. I know it's like just
Which it might be a laziness on my part, but I don't know. I
think it's
just
a
don't
laziness.
watch stuff that way.
I don't think it's a laziness. I think that's like overactivity to be trying to figure. I mean, it's like it's cool if you're like that big of a fan that you want to engage to another degree, but yeah, there is another way to watch it where it's like I can't just sit here and watch this thing, and then when it's over, I can get up
Yeah.
and just be like,
And just enjoy the ride they took me on.
yeah, I kind of yeah, I think in my opinion that's preferable, just for your own like mental like peace of mind.
Yeah, totally.
But
It's possible too, and I think this is going to sound a little bit hoity-toity maybe, but I write things, scripts, whatever,
Yeah.
and so I already expend enough energy in that direction
yeah,
on those things. So why would I try to guess what someone else wrote is?
true.
I'm not doing that. I didn't write that, so
Right.
it's
Well,
up to them.
Yeah, that's an interesting it's an interesting way of breaking it down too, which I kind of like, which is like, why would I try to rewrite the script that's already filmed and
Yeah.
everything? Yeah, it's
And if you guess it, then what? When it comes up, you're like, okay, I am correct.
yeah,
But some people, I mean, I think some people just can't help it. That's how they engage,
yeah,
and it does make it more fun. You create a community and everything.
yeah. I guess now more than ever too, you kind of have like a fan club that's immediately reachable
Yeah.
on like the internet or something.
So going back to Taylor Swift, do you think Swifties are trying to guess who her next boyfriend is going to be?
Well, I think they might be happy with Travis Kelce.
Either like, oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, they don't engage with her on that level or in that way. They're not cynical in that way.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think they're kind of like, not that I know, but it doesn't seem like there's much hate for Travis Kelce. He seems like a kind of likable guy
Oh
too.
no, yeah, that's definitely charming.
So like, and also I think they're I think they're enjoying seeing them like together. They like seeing Taylor Swift together.
Do you have a guess who her next boyfriend's going to be? In what direction do you think she would go in?
Whoa, that's a great question.
Because it's like she went from like music to football.
and it's also an
Dude,
interesting
international soccer would be good.
That would be crazy.
Like killing Mbappe or something.
Oh my god, that would be crazy.
cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That's like a massive couple, even more than Kelsey.
Dude,
And
well,
he's
yeah,
like a
that
Super Bowl
to me that
champ.
would be the next step up. It's like, all right, you did like,
Yeah,
you did athletics, but now it's time to go like fully global
yeah,
athletics.
superstar athletics. Yeah, because it's like it's even been, I mean, very famous musicians, right? So it's like. Killing Mbappe is a funny one.
Yeah. I think he's just my favorite soccer player, so he's the
Yeah.
way. But I think he's like in his early 20s.
It's possible.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if
would
he's single. He probably has a girlfriend. That'd be pretty funny if he was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. And he's like an incel. There's no way. He's so attractive.
He is really attractive. And he's like international and
Dude, the incel athlete is Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
I don't even know if but I just mean he has that energy of like.
he does. Very like on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
shit talker.
Dark, twisted.
Yeah.
Masterful.
Yes.
In his domain.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he's too close with too close with Drake for Drake to not let him go empty-handed.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Um,
But then, yeah, whatever woman he sets Kevin Durant up with, she's like, dude, he can't stop talking about. I mean, it would be basketball. He can't stop talking about.
Yeah, he can't stop talking
his
about
rivals.
Right. Yeah, or like he's like, doesn't he games too, right?
He is a gamer. Yeah, I don't know what his game is though, but he has I mean, I might have already talked about this on mic, but that he has an amazing like PC rig.
That's right. We did talk about this.
Yeah, he's got like 2 big screens and
Yeah, he does kind of have. Also, his body type is very like gamer.
He's
super tall, slender.
They call him the Durantula.
Slim Reaper, right?
Slim Reaper, yeah.
Slim Reaper is a good one too.
It's not very erotic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He might scare the hose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think so
it might be that might be a thing. But also he's like, does he have like I've never seen like an interview with him, but does he have like a big personality? He seems like shit talking enough like on court and all that, so he might.
I feel like he's pretty quiet and thoughtful. I mean, every time he talks about basketball and like it's like great because he's so smart about the game. So he'll have these like really cool insights about other players, and he'll watch like, he'll watch like random games between 2 teams that like are losing,
Mm-hmm.
like are very low in the rankings, and he's
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense that he and Drake get along then, because they both seem like kind of. I mean, obviously Drake's like king party type thing, but
Doesn't Drake have a tattoo of Kevin Durant?
I don't know, but that's
I think he does.
Damn.
Because I remember when the Warriors were playing the Raptors in the finals, and Drake was like on the courtside every
Mm-hmm.
game cheering for the Raptors. People were pointing out that he had a KD tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Damn.
Let's move on to our first item in our agenda.
Yeah, we should get to the agenda.
Yeah. Which is what did you eat this week? I'm pretty excited about mine.
Yeah, I would like you to share.
And I actually already sent you a picture of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to kind of expound on it.
That's also Exhibit A. If you look at the document that we have, it's at the back. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. I brought
It's like
Yeah, they're
part of an
laminated and yeah. Okay, it's something I call the Giamatti. And it's so I was in Los Angeles this week filming some stuff, and I was staying alone in an Airbnb, so my food was just chaotic. And so one afternoon, I went to this shout out to Handy Market in Burbank, really nice grocery store with a beautiful deli attached. So I went there probably 15 times in the course of like 3 days. And I got a deli sandwich, roast beef on an 8-inch roll. Then across the street there was a Taco Bell, so I got a Crunchwrap Supreme from there. At the deli, along with the sandwich, I bought a fattoush salad, which is some kind of Lebanese salad with like cucumbers and chickpeas or some kind of garbanzo bean, maybe. Mm-hmm. Really good. And then I paired that with a glass of white wine, and I consumed all of that at like 3 p.m. And it just felt I loved it. It felt really good.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And I called it Giamatti for obvious reasons. I felt like his character in Sideways. I was
wine.
Yeah. And then I walked over a highway overpass to go see the new Dev Patel movie Monkey Band at the Burbank AMC Theater. So
that is actually
nice masculine afternoon.
That's very That's all, like the
That's
whole
all very
thing,
Giamatti.
Yeah, the whole thing is
Yeah,
Giamatti.
yeah, absolutely.
You have to do all that in order
Yeah.
to call it the Giamatti.
Dude, I mean, before the movie, I went to Barnes and Noble and
Wow.
browsed, and then I bought The Adventures of Augie March, the
Nice.
Saul Bellow novel,
Mm-hmm.
and a science fiction novel,
Ooh.
and then I saw the movie. So all of that feels Giamatti-esque.
Yeah, this is all very. Did you spill or no?
Hmm?
Did you spill anything?
Did I
When
spill
you were-
anything? No,
yeah.
no. I consumed
I was gonna
it.
say, I feel like that could be like a Giamatti.
Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah,
That's like an extra
I
flair.
did fall asleep during the movie.
That's yo. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure part of it.
Yeah, because I think the day drunk got to me because I drank like 2
Mm.
glasses of the wine,
That's nice.
and then I walked in like somewhat hot weather over the highway, and then at Barnes and Noble I was like, oh, I'm like fucked up, and then I slept it off in the movie theater. So yeah, it was sick, dude. I loved it. I was pretty happy with it. So that was mine.
That's nice, dude. What was your favorite of the? I will say also,
Dude, the Crunchwrap was fucking good.
Yeah,
I gotta
Crunchwrap-
hand it to Taco Bell, man. They are really, when you're like super
Crunchwrap-
hungry.
Crunchwrap's so good.
Yeah, really
I used
tasty.
to really love those. Fettuccine salad,
Fettuccine salad's amazing, dude. Have you had those?
geopolitically conflicted.
Yeah. Wait, why?
No, I'm just Lebanese. It's
Oh, sure,
very-
yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever had a fettuccine salad. But no, let me just say I zoomed in on the picture. So I did because I was curious about the label of the hoagie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, was there
so-
any compromising information I don't want out there on there?
No, I was just curious about the market you went to and got it from. 'Cause
Handy
it's
market,
like-
dude. Yeah.
Because it looked similar to Jersey Mike's. Because it was like the colors were kind of similar. And I think I was just curious what kind of sandwich. It didn't say, but I was just like, where's this picked up from?
Yeah.
Um,
The next time you're in the area, Handy Market on
Handy
Magnolia
Market.
Boulevard.
okay. Shout out to Handy Mart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to. Did you get those 2 items at the same time?
The Crunchwrap and the...
No, like the salad and the
Oh,
sandwich.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
I should have gone in that order. I got the salad and the hoagie in the same order. And
I
then
like the way you did it. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess the Crunchwrap felt important that felt like the...
It
that
is
felt
like a
the
little
feature act.
It is
Or the
true.
co-headliner.
Yeah. It's a little stopover.
Yeah.
A
Exactly.
little stopover on your way to the Levant.
Dude, yeah, is Lebanon involved in the Bible somewhere? I feel like it is, right? Like
I actually don't know.
it must be around, you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably has a different name or something.
This feels like something we should kind of conjecture about without too much without too much information.
That's true.
Anyway, okay, so before you get to yours, I just want to point out that currently on the table in front of you, you have Chinese Lay's chips.
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese, that's right. That's actually pretty important. Taiwanese Lay's chips.
That's another thing we don't want.
Yeah, we don't want to
Wade into.
wade into too much.
Yeah,
but
actually,
I say Chinese because the writing on it is
that's right.
the Taiwanese speak.
That's right.
Mandarin. I think they speak Mandarin.
No, you're right about that. That's a good point.
But yes, not well. Depending on if you're an elected official in the U.S. or not part of China. But anyway, yeah, they're like barbecue flavored, but not just barbecue. They're like beef flavored Lays.
Smoked pork rib.
Smoked
flavored
pork, and they're
Lay's.
pretty good. What do you think of them?
I actually think they're pretty good. They do taste like I mean they kind of got pretty close to like
no, for sure.
the taste of a rib.
I was
Which
impressed.
is pretty crazy. And I can't tell, like, all the ingredients seem like it wouldn't be like it doesn't read to me like it adds up to a pork.
I mean, are any of the ingredients even like decipherable?
Yeah, well, they have this little sticker has like English.
Oh, okay.
So there's
But I just
like,
mean, I feel like the ingredients for something
Oh.
like that are usually like,
I mean,
these chemical.
No, that's a good point. And surprisingly, it's like more normal than I would have expected. It's like there's sweet potato powder, sunflower oil, pepper extract. It seems like kind of normal.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm sure there's something else that, But anyway, yeah, I figured since we moonlight as food reviewers,
Yeah.
those looked. I tried to just pick a intriguing item.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
They're kind of good.
They are good.
It's like a weird. It's weird.
Dude, if we ever start a Patreon, we should do one where we're eating on mic.
Yeah.
That's the extra content people get.
It's actually true. Mukbang.
Dude, mukbang is the craziest trend. I'm like, it's amazing that wasn't. It's like the Koreans invented that. Mm-hmm. But Americans should be ashamed that we didn't invent that.
That's true.
As like the number one, entertainment exporter.
It's a good point.
In the world, and as obviously the,
yeah,
greatest eaters. No pause. That it's I don't know how the Koreans got there before us.
It's actually it's a good point.
Dude, there's one mukbang channel.
Mm-hmm.
I forget their name, but man, it's like harrowing, and the comments are just like, I think these people are gonna die in like 6 months.
Do they eat it's like a crazy amount?
Dude, they'll be like, and they're both, quite overweight, and they'll just eat like they'll just buy everything from Cheesecake Factory.
Whoa.
And just eat it on camera.
Damn.
I mean, it's like, I'm like getting sick thinking about it.
And
it has like, millions of subscribers.
Yeah. What do you do when
they're like the people at the end of WALL-E. Like, that's what they look like.
What was the goal, and was it literally just like an ASMR kind of thing, or why did they do it?
It feels like reverse ASMR. It's like, here's like it's
unsettling.
Yeah, right. This is something unsettling that like you can't look away from. That's what that's what to me feels like the appeal of it.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to, it's like, I don't know, it's like the reason that people watch whatever beheading videos and stuff. It's like several notches below that in, moral intensity and
sure.
But the same thing of like, I want to watch something that is deeply
I get it.
skeevy and only available on the internet.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't like looked at one. I'm sure.
Audio mukbang. That's a good idea.
Audio mukbang. Maybe get a Adam 22 cosign. Maybe we can do it on his channel. So it's like mukbang, and then like he can take care of the porn, but we do mukbang.
Has anyone ever done audio porn? Just sounds of porn? Because there's like erotic, like you can read
there's
porn.
like a reading erotica.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're just sounds of porn.
Yeah.
It's wild. I don't know. Probably.
It's got to have a market, right?
Yeah, I would think so. And it's like, I feel like it's easy to do. I mean, it's just the audio of
just the perviest Foley guy
Woo!
you've ever. Just he has like raw chicken and like he's like hitting raw chicken with a baseball bat.
Yeah. I was thinking just literally just take the audio from like a porn set.
No, totally. That would be the easier way to do it, but I like the idea of an old school an old school radio guy.
Oh, yeah. No, I do like that. A guy who's
like some master sound effects creator.
Yeah, on like the Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have anything else that you ate that you wanted to talk about besides the chips?
I had this is a weird object that I ate a couple of days ago. I went to a place that was like, it's like not Paris baguette, but Paris baguette. You know what I mean?
Damn.
It's just like an independent kind of situation where it's like bakery.
Yeah.
We have hot
But does it have
French
themed decoration?
It's not necessarily, but ish.
Oh, okay.
It's like a similar vibe, just different colors. But I think it's just a one-off.
Nice.
Shout out to Paris Baguette.
I love Paris Baguette.
Yeah, me too. But this is similar. I mean, this place was like good.
Yeah.
But I got a black sesame like pastry.
Okay.
So it was just basically like a pastry with black sesame paste in it.
Was it sweet?
Sort of.
Okay.
Not really.
What made you get it?
What's that?
What made you get it?
Honestly,
Curiosity?
it was. Yeah. Well, I was like hungry and I wasn't near anything else, and that was just like the other options were like cake, and it was like $8 for a slice, and this was like $2, and I was like, I'll try this.
No, that's smart. You made the economically wise decision. Was it good?
It was like okay. It was weird. It's like it probably had more sugar in it than you expect.
Yeah.
But it was like it wasn't like savory, but it was not like a sugary thing.
Nice. So just
So it was kind of neat. It was kind of like
is there a known food item you could compare it to?
I mean, it was kind of similar to like if you've ever had those like. I'm trying to think like. I feel like this is a type of flavor you would get from like Asian baked goods where there's like the red bean thing or like taro,
Okay.
where it's like kind of mild
Yeah.
but slightly sweet. It was like all right.
All right. Do
Um,
you have a rating for it out of 10?
Man, nah, I don't think I can be fair because I didn't eat the puff part. I just ate most of the. I had like a couple bites of the puff part, and then I just ate most of like the filling.
Oh, freak! Damn. Dude,
I was
going right for the juice.
I didn't want.
You're like a seagull, dude.
I know this is very. Yeah, it was like. I'm sure it was motivated by anorexia, but like. I also just the pastry wasn't like great either. Like it wasn't. Yeah. There was nothing. The pastry wasn't that great.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't like a donut. It was like a weird. I couldn't even tell you what it was. It was like, I guess baked, but it was like hard. It was like too hard. So I was like, this is enough.
What is the best pastry you've ever had?
Whoa. Best pastry?
And it's hard because maybe there's just like... Oh, yeah, go.
Honestly, I think Russ and Daughter's chocolate babka.
Ooh. Damn.
It's so good.
Let me sit in that for a second. That's nice,
It's
dude.
so good.
Fuck. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Babka's so good, man.
Babka is so good.
Holy fuck.
And probably just babka anywhere. But
yeah.
It's just, I think the first time I had it
sure.
was there.
Shout out Russ and his daughters.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I had it ever, I think, was there.
Damn, dude.
How about you?
I used to work at a bakery in Pasadena, California called Europane. It's no longer around, I don't think. And
R.I.P.
everything they made was really good.
That's right, yeah.
And they had a chocolate brioche.
Wow.
That I would fucking gobble.
That's crazy. That's so good. That's
so
a really good one.
I mean, I was in my early 20s when I worked there, so if I was doing that stuff now, I think I would gain, 60 pounds in the course of like, but I think it made its way through my metabolism. It made its way through my metabolism a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Then, but it was so good.
That sounds so good.
Shout out, dude. Shout out pastries.
Yeah, shout out pastries.
Yeah.
Shout out pastry chefs.
Absolutely. Shout out France.
True. Shout out France.
I would say they're probably the best, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm French. I was born there, so I have some bias there. But
no, this is a French English podcast, so I would. So yeah, shout out France, dude.
Dude, shout out Macron and his illicit affair with his professor.
That is, I like that. Actually,
I do like that too. Yeah.
Shout out Macron, Kylian. Shout out him.
Kylian
Mbappe.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking I had Kylian Murphy in my head. Yeah, shout out Kylian Mbappe.
I guess
absolutely.
It's there's two Kylians and they're spelled differently.
Yeah, but yes.
Is that how you say his first name?
I believe it is Kylian. Yeah, Murphy. Shout out both Kylians. They're both Kylian it.
Yeah, true.
They are.
Nice.
Dude, let's move on to science.
Yeah.
This is a New York Times article about not Neuralink the company, but just the general area of neurolinked technology.
Okay.
The title is "Your Brainwaves Are Up for Sale. A New Law Wants to Change That." So basically, in Colorado, this was just passed. They are extending privacy rights to include data generated by your brainwaves to make sure that can't be sold to like a third party, data company, which seems good. It's very interesting to think that could be data that can be sold.
I know, and that's like a interesting thing for me, where it's like it's kind of surprising to see that this was enacted anywhere in the U.S. before it's kind of a thing. You know what I mean? I feel like
it's beginning to be a thing though, because there are like a few, like so some of the technology they mentioned are like a headband that serves as a personal meditation coach, monitoring the user's brain activity. So that's an available technology. One that purports to treat anxiety and symptoms of depression. This one's crazy. One that reads and interprets brain signals while the user scrolls through dating apps, presumably to provide better matches. Anyway, all of these things, because you have them like linked to your brain somehow. They're just headbands. I don't think they're literally like implanted.
Just headband. Yeah.
But able to pick up on things that your brain is generating.
That's
that data,
so crazy.
Without this law, I guess could just be sold to whoever.
I see.
Is interested in using that.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's kind of like mind blowing. It's like, if I'm wearing that, it's possible that an advertiser or somebody who wants to advertise to me could know what I want before I decide that I want it.
It's hard for me to really imagine how it would be used to market. Maybe I could if I thought about it. If I got into my dystopian, it went full, dystopian mode and like tried to. But it's like it's like weird. It feels very abstract, but it's definitely possible because it's like if companies and advertisers have the ability to track how people are reacting to stimuli unconsciously, that's very useful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and probably more useful than the data that they currently have. I feel like
the data. One piece of data that they have that is unconscious that I do think is very useful is like scrolling data. And like, Instagram can tell when you like are scrolling and then you like stop on a video.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not thinking about that when you're doing it. It's just pure like, it's like baby reacting to lights shit, Yeah. And that's like really useful to know because it's like, oh yeah, like this kind of thing makes people stop.
Yeah.
Let's like, juice that more.
It's so wild.
So I feel like it's a version of that.
Yeah, it's true. And I guess, the more this becomes like a possibility, the more they could just advertise in different ways to us, or advertise to like more of like instinctual probably reactions. So it's kind of impressive that Colorado was like, in my opinion,
it was totally bipartisan too. It was like
really interesting.
This was kind of funny. The new law, which passed by a 61-1 vote in the Colorado House. So it's like, who's the one? What's this person?
Yeah,
what's their deal?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, check their like tax returns.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm wondering if it could just be like, all right, they're involved with the neurotech company somehow, or they're just an exhibitionist of some sort. They're like, dude, I want everybody to know.
Pro future.
Exactly. Yeah. See
my brainwaves when I get the ad for American Riviera Orchard. What's the name of it?
What is that?
That's what's her name? Harry and Meghan Markle's new brand that's going to be like sold at Target.
Oh, damn.
American Riviera Orchard.
Dude, nice. That's going to be the new like Mossimo or whatever, or the new like whatever Target brand like shirts and stuff.
I don't even know what it's going to be necessarily. Yeah. I just like I know that there's been like
American Riviera Orchard.
Isn't that a mouthful?
I really like that though. It's nice. It does like conjure like vague luxury.
I know.
Where would you say is the American Riviera?
I mean, my opinion is like
The Hamptons?
Schuylkill River.
Or no, because the Hamptons is like the beach.
Yeah, American Riviera. I mean,
it has to be near. Yeah,
it's got to be like New York State or something.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe the South.
I mean, my girlfriend is from Massachusetts, and a lot of her extended family lived in Situate, Massachusetts, which is a really cute beachside town.
Oh wait, yeah.
And,
Okay.
And some people in the past refer to that as the Irish Riviera.
It's funny.
Just because there were
It's
so
really
many.
funny.
Yeah. It's not like a fancy town. It's like very cute and like pleasant.
Right. That's nice. Yeah, I wonder because it does just kind of sound like just a weird mashup of like this kind of sounds elegant.
Yeah.
So,
dude, a challenge. I got a branding challenge for you.
Mm-hmm.
Add 2 words to it that make it more luxurious. American Riviera Orchards. Damn.
American Riviera Orchard Partners.
Dude, oh, whoa. Yeah, that's the financial arm of it. Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
American and then this is actually
Solutions.
difficult.
Yeah, that like changes the tone of it, but I like that. Yeah. Dude, that's like I always thought about this how like Cambridge Analytica and like
Oh wow, throwback.
yeah, and then like the Scientology their personality test is called the Oxford Capacity Analysis. So I just like when like
Right.
shady things use like
Yeah.
high elite university stuff like yeah, if you know like Harvard LLC or whatever, you're like, oh, what is that? I know. It's like, dude, oh my god. Okay,
That's
wait,
so
let's
funny.
run through that again. American Riviera Orchard Partners Solutions.
Yeah.
Wow.
They do.
Yeah, those are the people that hid Ed Kennedy's girlfriend's corpse after he. What was her name? I feel like that's like a good trivia. The name of Ted Kennedy's girlfriend who he killed in a car accident.
Damn, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and have that locked in next time I need to throw a random name out there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jeez, I can't remember.
The other thing I wanted to say about this article is it obviously mentions Elon Musk's Neuralink, which apparently did. I mean, you know, it is like a creepy thing, but they did test it on someone, and it seems like it worked. He was like totally paralyzed and was able to like move a mouse on a screen with his eyes. You know,
so
so it's like there are positive uses of this technology and stuff. But anyway, I like the idea of Elon Musk using it to just directly implant his like tweets into people's brains and like his like epic memes. You can opt in to like the Elon feed that just like flashes whenever he feels like it.
That's true.
People would go for it. He's got a lot of
I think you're right. People like his like cheeky sense.
His little musings. And
yeah. I think you're right. We've seen the clear promise of the possibilities of this, but I doubt.
You doubt that's gonna happen?
I doubt. I mean, it would be amazing. Or maybe we just won't hear about it. But like, that's cool. That's really cool that a person who was paralyzed was able to like.
Yeah, no. So again, it's like there are or one use of it that I've heard about is like, apparently there are these markers that your brain gives off before if someone's epileptic, like 30 minutes before you're about to have this like awful seizure.
Whoa.
There are markers that your brain gives off that like something like this could intercept and be like,
wow,
this is going to happen, as opposed to obviously it catching you off guard and you have no.
So amazing.
So that again, there are things that it could be good for, but it's probably important that there's regulation on it, and it's unlikely that it will actually there will be regulation on it.
Yeah, that would be funny if the guy was able to move the mouse on his own with his eyes, and then he still went to Elon's Twitter page to see what he was up to.
Dude, I mean that'd be funny if it's like a bunch of media and press and stuff, and it's like the first time he's doing it, and it's just like, oh my god, look, he's moving it. Oh, he's typing, and then it's just like STO stormfront.com. Oh shit, no. It's like no. This dude's just been so racist, but nobody could tell.
Yeah. He finally has the power.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
which is
it's business.
Yeah, it's business. It's pretty quick. It's a very stupid thing I saw also in New York Times about the phrase "phygital,"
right?
Which is a mix of physical and digital.
Yeah,
that people seem to be bandying about as like a new kind of buzzword.
Okay, I thought it was the name of an actual organization because I feel like I've seen that before, and I just got it. I was mistaken.
Yeah, it could be. Like, yeah, I mean, it sounds dumb enough and buzzy enough that someone could have trademarked it, but yeah, it's just referring to like, I guess the nearest example. I mean, like one thing is like QR codes at restaurants.
Mm.
And then the other one, and I was just coming back from LAX. I went to like a Hudson News that had the Whole Foods Amazon thing going, where you just like swiped your card to get in,
right? And
then you just pick something off the shelf, and there are cameras everywhere tracking what you got, and then you walked out.
That's crazy.
I hate it. It's so creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And then it turns out that the technology behind that is just a bunch of people in India. I don't know what I would prefer. Honestly, it's like, yeah, sure. I mean, those guys give those guys jobs, but
that's true. But that's like a scam. It was like marketed as
right. It was marketed as like
work.
amazing machine learning technology, and
it's what's the name of it? It smacks of Elizabeth Holmes.
Yes, totally. I mean, there's so much stuff in like venture capital that's like
true.
that.
Shout out, free her.
Yeah.
Yeah, free her.
What do you think of Elizabeth Holmes? I don't have strong opinions about her, and I didn't watch the founder, or no, what's the show about her?
I think it actually might be called that.
Yeah.
They were like a couple.
Yeah.
I mean,
as a scam, do you think hers is like kind of up there? As one of the greats?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I also wasn't fully against, for whatever reason, I kind of believed that it was possible for this to eventually happen. It just so happened that she lied.
Right.
So and I think she was too inspired by anecdotes of Steve Jobs.
Oh, sure.
So it was kind of just well, he did this, and it's well, did he actually it's I'm sure there's some. So I think it's a scam, and I don't know, but I didn't not believe in her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is she charismatic?
No, I think she was very cold.
Yeah. It's funny to try to create a cult of personality around yourself, and you aren't likable.
Yeah, she was very.
But that works, and I think that probably actually works in Silicon Valley.
I think it did
because people are oh, she's so weird.
Yeah,
she must be a genius.
Yeah, people really like to, especially in that industry, people really like to cheer on just a personality type that is sort of antisocial and bizarre and have these weird personality traits.
Dude, Sam Bankman-Fried, same thing. Yeah. He was totally weird, and everyone was oh, it's because he's too busy thinking about the future of humanity and inventing a new kind of currency.
I know. Damn, he got booted, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in jail for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
Prison. Which gang? I have a feeling he will be in. I feel like it's.
He's gonna get out of prison in 9 years.
I have a feeling it might even be less.
Yeah.
And it'll be honestly might start working for a former topic, Adam Newman, or something. You know, it's like
Right. Yeah, the
Peep that cardinal
the
real
WeWork
quick.
guy.
Cardinal right behind you.
Ooh, damn, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Holy shit.
For those listening, there's
oh my god, dude, this is a bird watching podcast.
yeah, there's a cardinal.
Dude, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Heard us talking about gangs. And,
damn, dude, it's chirping. It's red as hell.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Oh my god, dude, what a good luck charm that is.
yeah.
Do cardinals have any sort of mythology behind them?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something.
I mean, there's the baseball team.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I don't really know. I know crows are like evil.
But also, wait, I also heard that crows could be like a good luck thing too.
Oh.
If you like, maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know. And Raven, I just Edgar Allan Poe has the famous poem, and so ravens have an evil vibe to them as well. True,
they're like dark.
Eagles are
sinister.
America, but also Nazis. Vultures are like scavengers.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, how do we miss that one?
I know. Yeah, it's funny.
It's like, just put the eagle, kind of give it a little tilt.
Yeah.
It's like a different, but whatever.
Yeah, I think the American eagle is just like flying in the air, and the Nazi eagle is like kind of flat.
It's like standing.
Yeah. Not to be knowledgeable about Nazi iconography. I'm like, yeah, and then it has 3 stripes on it.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me look at my collection.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Fidgetal sucks. What a stupid name.
I'm not really,
and I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like walking into a store and being traced by cameras. It's like weird. It's like because it's like it makes you feel like you're shoplifting, but with none of the thrill of,
True.
It's just like it's like cucked out shoplifting. It's like, no, take it. Yeah.
True.
Take it. I'm just going to be here watching.
And also,
and then I'm like, okay, but I don't know what I'm paying for. I just swipe my card to get in here. What if you charge me for a bunch of shit?
Right, that's dangerous. It feels dangerous. It also just feels dangerous on they're probably. I wonder what the occurrence of impulse purchases is in regard to that.
That's a good question. Yeah, if it I bet some behavioral economist knows this.
Yeah, they're on this already.
Yeah, whatever. Since I'll just grab something more. I wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. I felt invaded. Yeah, I kind of don't want to go in those. Hopefully that doesn't become the norm eventually, but I feel like I wonder. I feel like with larger stores it could. Yeah. With smaller operations. But if they figure out the machine learning thing, then that would work, but if it just depends on dudes in Bangladesh at a call center, then no, there's no. It would just require so much can you imagine trying to do that at at a Best Buy or something, or at a Home Depot where it's just so massive? It'd be crazy. It would be really now I'm looking forward to seeing how the innovations in distraction technology to shoplift, what ruckus you can cause, right? Yeah, to direct focus. Oh damn, yeah. Those guys are probably drone pilots, though. You know what I mean? They're probably trained. I think so. Yeah. So hope those guys are jerking off. Oh, during? Yeah, just to the That's customers. True. I think I hope they're getting their, because it sounds like an awful job. So I hope they're getting their kicks in however they can. That's actually a good point. Yeah. Oh, yo. That is a. Yeah, was that a really good point? Like a good pro labor point I just made there. It's a good point, but also it's just there's probably a couple pervs that are that are into it. They're no, I like looking at security cam footage. Yeah, look at this hot couple. I like looking at people confused about cereal in the aisle. Yeah, that's the beginnings of a new kink. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's always a kink. I kind of like that.
If
and then
that,
and also this is a different point, but a lot of technologies, the first thing they're used for is pornography.
true.
Like the earliest use of a lot of things is like
It's very very close.
So, okay, let's move on to social media nonsense.
Okay.
So I have a long one and a short one.
Okay.
I'll do the short one first. Hulk Hogan 9/11 is what I wrote on the piece of paper.
Yeah.
So someone on Twitter posted a green screen video of just Hulk Hogan rubbing his hands and saying yes. And it was a green screen with the idea that you can put whatever you want behind it. Immediately someone did that in front of the towers falling. And it was just Hulk Hogan rubbing his hands and going, yeah, yes. And really dumb as shit, and it made me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another innovation with the technology.
Yeah.
You're like only a few clicks away from making 9/11 jokes.
Dude, I know.
days.
It's not. It's so, and it's like it's so funny how it like just like means nothing.
I know.
It's just like, oh yeah, here's that meme.
Yeah.
The meme being the historical event of September 11th. It's like, it's so weird. Yeah, and I mean millennials are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Obsessed with making jokes about it.
Right.
Because obviously we were all like, between the ages of, let's say, 10 to 18 or whatever it is when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very formative. I think Zoomers are also obsessed with it, though, and they don't remember it. I think that's an interesting thing to me.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Probably because millennials talked about it so much, and in general, shaped society so much. But
yeah, that's true. And
but
it's
Zoomers
also,
like joke about it. I think with as much the same as much as millennials did.
Okay, I can
Right?
see that.
Yeah. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's true. I guess that makes sense. It's I guess my impression is that jokes about it certainly haven't decreased. So like that must that must mean something. Yeah.
Because I was thinking the equivalent thing for millennials, his horrible historical event that we don't remember, I guess would be the Challenger explosion.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody joked about that.
That's true. Here and there you hear like a comic.
Yeah,
make,
definitely.
Like,
of course,
joke,
yeah. But it's not
like, it's not common like on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
it's not
point.
hacky to joke. It's actually quite original to joke about the Andy
That's
Haynes,
true.
the great comic Andy Haynes. He has
Shout
a
out
great
to Andy
Challenger
Haynes.
explosion.
Excellent
joke.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, that's funny. That's like the person I'm thinking of probably because I think of like if I think of a comedian joke mentioning the Challenger.
Oh, that's it's him. Do you know his joke about it?
I honestly no, I can't remember it off the top of my head.
This is a spoiler, I guess, for Andy Haynes' act. I don't know if he still does it, but it was pretty bold of them to name the shuttle the Challenger. It's like God was like challenge accepted.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's funny.
Very very evil joke.
Great joke. Damn, it's a good joke. But yeah, but that's a good point. Yeah, there's like barely jokes about it, but everyone is kind of aware.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway, that was the first social media nonsense thing, and when the way that I choose social media nonsense is like things that pop up that I suddenly become deeply aware of without really wanting to.
Sure, yeah.
Just because things
That's a good point. That's a good way
discourse just kind of comes at you, and eventually you're like sitting on the couch having coffee, and you're like, why am I thinking about this? That's
yeah.
if it makes it to that point in my mind, then it becomes something that I bring up here so that I can exercise it for my skull, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does.
Yeah, it has a value for me.
All right, good. That's good.
The other one that did you have anything else you want to say about Hulk Hogan 9/11?
No, I kind of just when I saw the words there, I kind of just thought that he like had a tweet afterwards that was like very short and kind of like didn't really have an impact, but it was just like, hey, thoughts, brother. Or
Damn, that would be nice.
But this is also very good.
I do wonder how Hulk Hogan reacted to 9/11.
I feel like he's, I mean, kind of like a mythical American hero. So like, he was probably
pretty pro Iraq War.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Very pro. We'll put a boot in your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was about words nerds use to sound smart. This like tech guy posted a list
Oh, dude, I thought
of a bunch of words that people use that are like very like technical.
This is great.
It's actually a pretty good list. A lot of people are making fun of him because I guess he used some of them wrong. But
to put this together is
it's
like,
and a lot of it is like oh fuck, I've used that before. Like
that's so funny.
It like valence from chemistry, valence instead of characteristic. While there's a veneer of innocence to these home movies, their most powerful valence is not one of innocence but of self-effacing knowledge.
Wow.
I've used that before because I had a professor use that, and I was like, that sounds cool.
Damn.
I'll steal that.
It's a cool word.
Yeah. Orthogonal for mathematics instead of unrelated. I've used that before.
Okay.
I'm pretentious. This is what I mean, I knew that, but I'm learning this even more from this list. The best ones that I don't use, but that make me laugh are all from project management.
Oh, dude.
Re-baseline.
These are good.
Verb. Instead of throwing one's assumptions out of the window and starting from scratch. Re-baseline. Can you use re-baseline in a sentence?
Yeah. Wait. This kind of instead of.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just kind of thinking like my at first thought like the definition confuses me in regards to like just seeing the word. I'm just thinking like re-baseline is kind of like...
Oh, I think when he says instead of, it means like people use this word instead of using a simpler word.
Oh, I see.
That's why he means instead of.
Oh, so it's like as opposed to like, you know, in so
I
many
changed
words
my mind
like,
or I'm
like,
starting over. It's like
okay.
I'm re-baseline.
Yeah, instead of like, hey, let's just start at zero again or something.
Stakeholder instead of whoever it concerns. This is great. Learnings instead of lessons.
Yeah.
I've used that before on Mike. I said key learnings.
Key learnings,
Yeah.
key stakeholders.
That's very good.
I like delivering for key stakeholders.
We listen, we all do. Oh, core dump instead of summary. That's from computer science. Here's a core dump of everything that happened at the party. That's good. Dude, I think the funniest ones are always from like business and project management.
Yeah.
And that reminded me one time, I may have told you about this already, but one time I did a stand-up show. It was like a political fundraiser for like some local Queens politician.
Okay.
And I like randomly got booked on it, and another performer on the show was like kind of a comedian, but was like more heavily involved in the actual campaign. And on stage, she said something about how her goal, and this is not a joke, this was just her talking about her life. Her goal was to blend project management and comedy.
Whoa.
And I just loved it. Or I think she flipped it. My goal is to blend comedy and project management.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what that even looks like.
I don't either. It's very ambitious.
Yeah,
I think.
it is.
It's like, dude, that's crazy to me. Those are two full-time jobs that are like really hard.
I know. Yeah.
So
I mean, project manager is a funny. That's like a funny.
I know.
Fake corporate. I mean, I do know that like it's hard work, but it is like, what do? I manage projects.
I know the title kind of, and the overuse of the title kind of gives away like that this is actually probably a necessary thing for many people and organizations.
Yes.
But the title is unlikable.
Yes, it is. And that there's a whole personality around it.
Yeah.
And that you're the type of person that says re-baseline and learnings. It's like, dude, what is that? Well, like, what? How did that develop? It's like such a corporate speak is so funny. It's like it develops such a specific kind of language that's weirdly enthusiastic, but also meaningless and very technical and jargon heavy.
It's really
but somewhat informal.
Right. It's it's I mean, it's kind of useful. It's very useful. It's just funny that this guy like put this together because it kind of is necessary. Like I can see them kind of giving a rundown to someone who's starting at like a job that's kind of like this, to be like, these are some of the words
Yeah,
you're going to hear around here.
for sure. Yeah.
I have a feeling like what's that? We talked about it before. Bridgewater or whatever.
Oh yeah, what is that again? Oh, that's the
hedge fund.
Yes, what's his name? Ray Dalio.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I have a feeling there might even be like some sort of guide.
Yeah, like a style guide, the Bridgewater style guide for sure. Yeah,
Rebaseline, all this. It's like you might hear some of these things.
a lot of them.
Oh, dude, ping.
Oh shit, where's ping?
That's from computer science, but I feel like that kind of goes for
Yes,
just
dude.
all
Yes,
business.
dude. Let me ping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ping you later.
Dude, right above is bricked, which we already talked about. Bricked
Pause.
up. Yeah, I know. But in this case, it just
Not
means completely
pause,
broken.
But just chill, dude.
Yeah,
You're
bricked.
That actually, I kind of like that use.
I like it too. Yeah, it's just it's so close to bricked up that I would get confused. I'd be like, hang on, the modem has a boner.
Yo, I've been doing this assignment all wrong.
Yeah, heuristic. You've heard that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I recently finally like got close to understanding what it means. It's a word that I heard a bunch, and heuristic, as far as I understand it, is like a sort of mental shortcut you use to make decisions.
Oh,
That's like kind of the way. That's like a somewhat accurate way to use it.
interesting. Okay,
So it's like I'm trying to think of a good. Okay. For example, people say that good writing involves active verbs, right? So you could say that using a lot of active verbs is a heuristic that you can use to write well.
I see.
Because writing well is this ephemeral thing that nobody really knows how to do.
Yeah.
Right? There's a bunch of different ways to write well.
Right.
Hemingway versus Thomas Mann versus Octavia Butler, whoever. They all write well, but they write differently.
Yeah.
But if you're just like trying to express yourself, a useful heuristic, a shortcut is like, all right, I should probably be concise and use active verbs.
Yeah.
That's an example, I guess.
Okay, that gets me a little bit closer
Yeah.
to like
But it is a very pretentious word.
heuristic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I hear you hear like Nobel Prize winners talk about that shit.
I feel like Tim Ferriss is like all over this list.
Yeah.
I feel like he uses every single one of these in like a
Yes.
single like 20-minute chunk
Yeah.
of this podcast.
Yeah, most definitely.
Non-trivial instead of hard. I've heard that before.
Non-trivial.
Non-trivial from physics.
Okay.
Below,
Oh, that makes sense.
phase transition, a significant change in state. This writer I love, Kim Stanley Robinson, he has a book, and one of the chapters is called Phase Change. I actually really like it when he
cool
uses
term.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's not necessarily only pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes these things are cool, but if you're using it in like everyday conversation,
Yeah.
it's probably a little douchey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's interesting if you're in like a business setting.
Bless you.
Pardon me. If you're in a business setting, it might be just easier to be like, let me just use the words that these people use.
Yes, yeah. Let me fit in, right?
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
like speak
And-
their jargon.
Yeah, just because it's like this might be more mentally taxing for me to figure out my way of saying this in this setting to
Yes.
communicate it to them.
Exactly.
So,
Is there anything that we've talked about recently, like in the last 5 minutes, that you're gonna incorporate into your lexicon? Ping is good.
ping bothers me because I actually do hear it a lot.
It's so annoying too. It's like ping.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna try to figure out a way to use rebaseline.
yeah,
Because that's like the clumsiest one I can think of, especially to use it as a verb.
true. Let me read it. Yeah, it's like you're really shoehorning it.
Ew. Like,
I know. I do. I just. I think I might. If I'm talking to like a famous comedian or something, I might start calling their fans stakeholders.
that's true too.
Yeah.
That's
so like,
hilarious. Yeah.
you know, like how many stakeholders do you think?
Or coming to the
Yeah.
taping tonight. Yeah, dude, I love that.
Or yeah, do you like make videos for your key stakeholders? I kind of like that, but also just using stakeholders in general is just funny to me.
Very good. Yeah.
My, I think I'll
Yeah,
probably.
I feel like members of a gang are all stakeholders in like the product that they sell, probably, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a stakeholder in terms of representation and all that.
You've invested some capital into the the fund.
Yeah. investing capital for key stakeholders to deliver non-zero results.
Fuck, dude. My mindset is absolutely on fire right now, man.
You feel cracked.
I do feel cracked.
Maybe we should we should see if we can do a podcast with just this vocabulary.
Dude, yeah. I like know regularly. I mean, I would love that challenge.
It's a challenge. That's like a Guinness thing.
Yeah, dude. Do you have any social media nonsense you want to bring up?
It's just one thing that I've been seeing that is really mean, but also makes me laugh. Sometimes on videos now, people comment hate from, and then it's every flag emoji.
That's good. Oh my god, dude, that's so many flags too.
You have to do like a see more.
That's so.
It's
funny,
like
oh my god,
and it's such a funny. It's like a chain text or something. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like a thing that people just copy. And
yeah.
But
dude, that is so good.
Yeah, hate from.
Wow. Damn, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it really makes me laugh.
It's like reverse We Are the World.
Yeah,
that is so good, dude. Wow, shout out to whoever came up with that.
I don't know where that's coming from.
That's
but
really funny.
I've seen it a couple times. That was the only thing.
So you had a word of the week you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me that we're doing word of the week. Okay, so it's genius, but used in a derogatory, like sarcastic sense.
Oh, like yeah, thanks, genius.
I love it.
Like
it's
Einstein.
So funny.
Yeah, that's
hey,
good.
Genius.
Yeah. Have you heard that used against you recently?
I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe. I've definitely had it used against me.
Yeah, in your life.
Yeah.
Can you remember a time?
No, it's probably like a direction thing.
Yeah,
or something.
Right.
You know, or like perhaps I just an obvious thing an obvious conclusion that I just missed.
Yeah. Dude, genius derogatory is good.
It's so funny. I feel like this is like another, and maybe
feels pretty old school East Coast.
It is, yeah. It feels like old school. I mean, it's so mean.
Yeah.
But it's almost. It feels kind of New York Posty too.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's like, say if Eric Adams does something completely buffoonish, genius mayor, chooses to.
Absolutely. That feels like more like it would be a De Blasio thing, just because they probably like Eric Adams. But yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I want to yell that at De Blasio.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
A genius.
Yeah, it's because I feel like it sometimes
genius.
Can be
it's
like,
over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's usually like shouted. I feel like from a car or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like get out of the way.
It's a short-term interaction.
Yeah, get out of the way, genius.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've kind of been
genius. The light screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. It feels like that's like where it belongs. It's like fast, short-term directions. You should be doing something that you're not doing.
Yeah.
And it's obvious. It's right in front of your face.
And it's like genius is such a like to sincerely describe someone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a vibrant word.
Yeah.
So like it's so effective used sarcastically.
Yes, absolutely.
It also just kind of sounds good.
It does sound very good. Yeah, it has a nice ring to it.
Mm-hmm. Good mouthfeel. Pause.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's a great word of the week. I don't have one because we just talked about like 16.
This was a lot of
good words.
There's a lot of good words of the week here.
Yeah. So, genius derogatory. That's a nice one.
Rebaseline.
Yeah. Do you have anything else about genius?
Nah, just thank you for allowing me to present.
What do you think about Einstein instead of genius?
That's actually a good twist that
I
feel like gets forgotten about.
Yeah, that's very old school.
And that's a good one because it's like...
And I think he's the only smart person whose name has become an insult in that way.
That's another good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Because it's like you don't use like Mozart to talk to like make fun of someone who's bad at music.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I wonder if there's any other example of like a great person's name being used to make fun of the opposite ability.
That's a good point.
Maybe there is one that's going to come to mind, but Einstein feels like the most obvious one.
Yeah, none that I've like heard.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could imagine someone being like, "Yeah, nice shot, LeBron,"
right,
to someone who sucks. But it doesn't have the iconic status that Einstein.
Yeah,
for
Einstein
stupid.
really just like they stamped him as like the one.
And that's a good one too because it has the ST, so it has kind of a strong like. And then it's two Eins.
Oh yeah.
Two Eins book ending it.
It's a good point.
So it's a Jewish name. So there is a bit of an anti-Semitic kind of like verve like a curve you can throw on it too. Like, yeah, nice job, Einstein. There's a little stink to it that it adds.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's unparalleled. Yeah.
It's good. And there's like it's kind of like there's a reference within it.
Yeah,
like, there's a
for
layer
sure.
to it.
Yeah.
So that's good too. That's a good one. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it to me, it's equivalent to Genius in its tone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like the second option,
Right.
the alt, you know.
I've been calling too many idiots genius.
No, I think Genius is good.
No, what I mean is like from the perspective of a person's like, let me switch it up.
Right, of course, yeah.
Let me call the person at Dunkin' Donuts Einstein or whatever.
Yeah. Let me call this asshole at the patent office.
Yeah.
Should we move on to poetry?
Yeah. I'm
okay,
looking forward to hearing about this one.
Yeah, so this is by Delmore Schwartz, who I don't really know much about, but he has a new collection that is being released like now.
Nice. I like that. There's like a
it's topical of some sort. He was a mid-century American poet, born in like 1913 or something like that, and then died in the 60s maybe.
Okay.
He was like iconic in his time and then kind of forgotten about.
Wow.
Sort of post, I guess like it'd be like post T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound, pre like beat poetry, like Allen Ginsberg, you know?
That is an interesting like pocket to kind of fit into. Between the large movements.
So how about this? I'll read the first two paragraphs. You read the last one.
Sure. That sounds great.
All right. This is called The Heavy Bear Who Goes With Me. And then under that, there's a quote, and it says, the withness of the body. Okay. The heavy bear who goes with me, a manifold honey to smear his face, clumsy and lumbering here and there, the central ton of every place, the hungry, beating, brutish one, in love with candy, anger, and sleep, crazy factotum, disheveling all, climbs the building, kicks the football, boxes his brother in the hate-ridden city. Breathing at my side, that heavy animal, that heavy bear who sleeps with me, howls in his sleep for a world of sugar, a sweetness intimate as the water's clasp, howls in his sleep because the tight rope trembles and shows the darkness beneath. The strutting show-off is terrified, dressed in his dress suit, bulging his pants, trembles to think that his quivering meat, must finally wince to nothing at all.
That inescapable animal walks with me, has followed me since the black womb held, moves where I move, distorting my gesture, a caricature, a swollen shadow, a stupid clown of the spirit's motive, perplexes and affronts with his own darkness, the secret life of belly and bone, opaque, too near, my private, yet unknown, stretches to embrace the very dear, with whom I would walk without him near, touches her grossly, although a word would bare my heart and make me clear, stumbles, flounders, and strives to be fed, dragging me with him in his mouthing care, amid the 100 million of his kind, the scrimmage of appetite everywhere.
Okay, so First, do you like this poem? Or
Yeah,
not?
I do.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
Oftentimes it's like I have a hard time reading poetry because there's such an abstract quality to many poems.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's like this is abstract, but there is like very evocative, descriptive language that helps me get a picture of what the author's trying to like portray.
I agree. It's a series of pretty clear images, and then what all the clear images amount to is where you can interpret the poem. But it's not like sometimes I read a poem and I'm like, I can't even place what this sentence is doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think it's about?
It feels like something internal and like mental or psychological, probably. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I guess I think of it as the primal urges of the body, as that's the heavy bear. It's like this kind of gross, desiring attribute that every human being has. That's just like constantly like wanting to consume things. Yeah, and that's like that's a burden on the spirit, I suppose.
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, that is also just an interesting, like, very effective, like, these descriptions are very effective, and it's like, I agree with you that it's like, has something to do with the body, but it's like, it's just kind of neat that he's done all this describing, and yet it's still kind of open to interpretation based on like the person kind of reading it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, I wouldn't say
what the internal thing is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the only interpretation would be what I just said. But yeah, that's
right.
I guess it's also because it's the withness of the body.
Right.
So that's like how it begins. That's like the little quote.
I forgot about that part.
So it's like it's like the
hey, genius.
The way that the body is always present.
Yeah.
No matter how much you try to.
No, that's a great point.
Rise above it. It's there. Needing to eat or needing to fart or horny or whatever, itchy.
Mm-hmm. The big three.
The big three, absolutely. Yeah. Horny, itchy, and hungry.
That's a great point. I forgot, like, that's the other thing that's difficult about, I mean, you really have to like pore over trying to like kind of analyze or reflect on poems, because it's like you want to get the whole picture, and it's like there are times where I'm like thinking of, it's hard to go back and like consider the whole thing, including the title and the subtitle.
Of course, yeah. And this may have been too long of a poem to read for our purposes.
No, not even. It's just sometimes it's like reading a book and then like forgetting to read, like perhaps there's an inscription or like a quote at the beginning. Or
dude, what do you think of quotes at the beginning of books? Sometimes they piss me off.
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent.
Especially when there's like 4.
I know, yeah.
What do you want me to interpret all of these and then put them all together? And
I know.
Dude, and then when every chapter has a quote, it's like, all right, what
that's crazy. I don't think I've read a book where there's where they offer that. At the beginning, I'm like kind of indifferent to it. When there's a lot, I'm like, this is, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care now to.
Yeah.
So sometimes the quotes in Latin with no translation.
Damn.
What the fuck is going on?
Who
do you think I am?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How dare you?
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not trying to do all that.
I know.
I won't.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just like, okay, that's one of the pages.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just not. I guess I'm indifferent to it. So yeah.
It often feels like the writer flexing their ability to allude to something else.
Well,
and I guess I very rarely feel like it adds all that much to what I can interpret about the book.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one thing I notice is that like oftentimes when it's from another, like if it's a quote from like another like piece of art,
I
usually don't get a lot from it.
Right.
probably because there's like more analysis required
Totally.
based on the reading of the book, which is like, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something like, I know you had an intent. It's like, I know this is meant to be here. You
Yeah,
had
this means a lot to
intention.
you.
Yeah. But like, I might just, yeah, that's all. I might just get more from it if it wasn't so, if it wasn't so like, there wasn't so much to
Dig through.
Yeah, to try
Yeah.
and get. And also, I agree with you. It's like there is something kind of. It's like, all right, man, you wrote this whole thing. I want to read it.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
reading your
probably-
book. What-
yeah.
why are you pointing to other books?
Yeah. It's like, we get it. You're
Yeah.
smart.
But yeah, with this, I almost wish the witness of the body wasn't a part of this poem because it kind of reveals too much.
That's a good point.
I think it would be cool if it was a little bit more up to the reader
Yes,
because it could be, I don't know,
I'm with you.
the propensity for violence or whatever, right? But just I think the heavy bear is like such a cool archetype, I suppose,
Yeah.
to evoke. And then yeah, I'll just point out a couple lines that I think I really a manifold honey to smear his face. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like breathing at my side, that heavy animal, that heavy bear who sleeps with me, howls in his sleep for a world of sugar. I like that too. I like
Yeah.
a world of sugar because
Yeah.
it's like there's never enough that could fulfill that yawning need. It's just like more, that like desperate hunger for like more.
Yeah.
That I think that's evoked really strongly in this poem.
Yeah.
The hungry, beating, brutish one. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
In love with candy, anger, and sleep.
Damn.
Those three in succession, I think, are cool.
True. Candy. Yeah, candy's like a neat one.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because it's like sort of frivolous.
Yeah.
It's not just you want to fight. It's like you also want like sweet little colorful treats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, I mean, it's almost like about having like a toddler,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
and then yeah, I mean, I said pause in this part because I was being glib, but I do think it's cool. Like the strutting show-off is terrified, dressed in his dress suit, bulging his pants, trembles to think that his quivering meat must finally wince to nothing at all. The idea that like you're, as like a man, you're like I got this raging hard cock, and
Yeah.
but really like it's just this little piece of flesh that can
Yeah.
it's like so fragile.
Yeah.
That's like a cool idea.
Yeah. True.
And then at the end, he brings in like stretches to embrace the very dear with whom I would walk without him near. So the idea of having like a soulmate who can kind of like lift you up from these base urges, but the heavy bear is still with you and is kind of like ready to destroy that.
Yeah.
I really like that idea too.
Yeah, that's a really like kind of. I mean, it's a very realistic perspective, but also just like dark and
Yeah, it's scary.
yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
stumbles, flounders, and strives to be fed, dragging me with him in his mouthing care. And then and the last two lines, amid the 100 million of his kind, the scrimmage of appetite everywhere. So the world's full of these things.
Damn.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's a really great. I mean, scrimmage is just a cool word.
Yeah,
to use,
totally. Well,
like,
'cause
in a
it's interesting.
non-sports context.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess what I find interesting about it too is that scrimmage is often, it's like the game that you play that isn't an actual competition.
Oh, true. That's an
Scrimmage
interesting
is
point.
like just
Yeah,
a game you play in practice. So I wonder if that means anything to the poem.
it's a good insight.
Do you have any particular lines that jump out to you?
In the third part, a few lines down,
Yeah.
he says "swollen shadow."
Yeah, that
which
is cool.
Is a neat,
Yeah.
and very like, very accurate, I guess. I don't know if he knew anything, but like, you hear people talk about like shadow self and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's like
no,
that
for sure.
typically does kind of overarch your just regular consciousness of like it just always being with you, and it's like kind of larger than
And
the stuff that you're trying
the fact
to.
that it's swollen is fascinating.
Yeah.
That it's like diseased in a way.
Swollen adds to like it's big, but it's also like abnormally big or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the language here is like really physical. That's part of what makes it fun to read and fun to recite.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just full of these very vivid descriptions of actions that you can see. And sensations, you know.
Yeah.
This has a very. I mean, I know this was written in mid-century, so it's like I know that about it, but tonally, it feels like a mid-century poem somehow. Like it feels like a dark, like a.
Oh, I see what you
like
mean.
A guy wandering darkly through 1950s Manhattan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's a really.
Does that do you get that from it?
Well, now that you've like said it that way, I can kind of, I can see that. It kind of makes sense, especially, it, living like that in that time, in that place would kind of evoke that, especially because it's like so new and so overwhelming, like just that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah. This guy taught writing. I think this guy taught like a creative writing class at Syracuse, and Lou Reed was in his class.
Whoa.
And Lou Reed like wrote to him, was like, I want to write a single line as good as what you write.
Wow.
And
so cool.
But yeah, a lot of this reminds me of Allen Ginsberg, who I'm not like super familiar with.
Does,
but just the Howl, the famous, that famous poem. There's definitely a lot of language here that feels similar to that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, and just the fact that it's like relatively close.
Yeah.
You know, Syracuse, like New York City. I would imagine maybe there's having something to do with like spending time just in New York City, likely, but anywhere.
There's a grimness to it. There's a fleshly character to it, and it's a scary. It is kind of scary, yeah. But yeah, so I enjoyed this poem a lot.
I did too.
I appreciate reading it with you.
Yeah, thank you for bringing this. This is a good find.
So the next and final section, miscellaneous. I just want to. This is a story I want to share.
Okay.
When I was in like high school, like right before school, sometimes I would just randomly watch the TV Guide channel between like. This, you know what? It wasn't even high school. It was middle school. I was waiting for the bus. And before I walked out to go to the bus, I would watch the TV Guide channel for like 5 minutes. TV Guide channel, for anyone young enough not to know what this is, they would literally show listings of what was on cable, scrolling, and half of it was that, and the other top half was like infomercials. And the top half had this infomercial with this like redheaded lady in like a white sweater and large breasts. And I suddenly caught the heavy bear who goes with me. Caught me in his embrace, and I went upstairs and JO'd really quickly, and then went to school.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just kind of got caught in a whirlwind of like with this weird like half screen, like
so
literally
awesome.
like I could like I couldn't even see what she looked like, but just something about her presence. Above the TV Guide channel just caught me in the right way.
But also in like, younger years, that can do it.
That absolutely.
So cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
it is. I mean, no,
thanks
it
for
is.
your support.
Like, well, it's a nice like, it's a nice image of.
It's just like a really. It's just a memory where I was like, oh, what the fuck, and then I had to go. I had to go get it out.
Damn. Then to school.
Then to school, yeah.
That's a good one too.
Preschool. Yeah.
No, not preschool.
No, yeah, for sure.
Pre-classes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just that's a memory I have. It's pretty vivid, and I felt that
special place in your heart for the.
It
TV
has,
Guide.
yeah, and I felt this was the right moment to share it.
Was it an actor?
No,
or was it just
no,
like
just an infomercial lady.
Just infomercial lady.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the infomercial was for, which is a failure, I think, on the part of the product.
or a testament to her beauty.
That's true. Yeah. It superseded the base capitalistic reason she was there.
So I guess wait, hold on, am I using this right? You had to you saw this woman.
Uh-huh.
You got diverted.
Yeah.
You had to re-baseline.
Yeah, I had to re-baseline my school day. We fucking did it, dude. Do you have any key learnings from today? right. Well, I think we nailed it once again. So Charles, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you.
And hello, dear.
Hello, dear.
Hello, dear. Kind thanks for listening to our splendid podcast and bequeathing your attention to our lucrative enterprise. If you enjoyed what you heard, please do the needful and transmit the relevant information to all of your personal and professional contacts as soon as possible, or I shall be forced to unfold your private banking details to all interested parties. Don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions or concerns. Wishing you many miracles and luxuries. Hello, dear.